Well, welcome back to Agadir for the second half of this third round of CAF qualifiers for the 2026 FIFA World Cup. In Group E, Morocco and Zambia. It is, of course, just a second game for Morocco. Game against Eritrea cancelled, but they're on course to extend their lead at the top of the group. It would be 2 wins from 2. They are 1-0 up here at the halfway point. Penalty early on, won by Youssef En-Naziri, dispatched by Hakim Ziyech. Barely 5 minutes on the clock from there. Morocco with a stranglehold on the game, controlling proceedings. Zambia sitting back, allowing them to do so in the second half if they are to fight, claim something from this game. So back underway. Zambia get us going. Now in all white, shooting from left to right. Morocco in their traditional colours still, and with the lead, as is tradition, you could say, in CAF qualification stages for the World Cup. There's a reason they're the favourites. Disappointing showing in the Africa Cup of Nations a few months back, looking to bounce back and secure their spot in the World Cup. Early doors. Brahim Diaz battling, comes out second best, but gets it back again. Won by Hakimi. Goes up against Bambo Musonda. Zambian captain on the left-hand side. No defence. Space for the cross. It's cut out, and Hakimi beats into the ball by Banda. Will Avram Grant had any wise words for his Zambia side at half-time? Very famous coach, well respected worldwide, as is that man now, albeit a good 20-odd years his senior. Avram Grant, 69. Came out of semi-retirement to take the Zambia job at the end of 2022, having been out for over 4 years after a brief spell in India with North East United. Of course, perhaps most famous for his time at Chelsea. Won leagues and cups in many different leagues and countries. The biggest prize in European club football with the runners-up in the 2000. Eyes on the prize in the race. As things have been going, might just be a single point here. Morocco on home soil, force to be reckoned with, as ever. These two sides who know each other very well. Meeting between the two, but haven't really been able to stay away from each other in world football in recent years. Also faced off in the futsal Africa Cup of Nations a few weeks ago. That one ended 13-0 to Morocco. I imagine we'll see a scoreline like that, unless something really does go wild in the next 45 minutes. But also in April, the Women's Olympic qualifiers. These two countries facing off, and last year's under-17 AFCON as well. Zambia the winners there, 2-1. They wouldn't mind a scoreline to match that. They're on the back foot though at the start of the second half, as they were for most of the first. It's nicely worked. Ben Seguir trying to curl one towards the far post. Blocked before it really left his boot. It's still with Ziyech on the right-hand side. Turning this way and that. Masonda does enough. But it will be a Morocco corner. Ziyech to take. Fired in towards the near post. Malenga got something on it. Not sure how much he knew about it. Did enough. Waiting for the replay to see if it took a touch on its way through. Kangwa hoping to burst away, having nicked the ball illegally, as it turned out, away from Azzedine Unai. And it was missed by everyone and off the shoulder in the end of Lawrence Malenga. The 25-year-old keeper seems to have usurped Toaster and Sabata between the six for Zambia. Plays for Power Dynamos, with whom he won 2023 Zambian Super League. Also part of the Kasafa Cup winning squads as well. Back up there, but starting keeper for the recent AFCON and World Cup qualification campaign. Won't be getting clean sheet here, but if his side can get one back. A 1-1 would be a pretty decent result for Zambia. At some point they're going to have to start pushing forward more. That was a venture forwards, but with an underwhelming end, overhit cross. Imagine they will. But that, of course, just my prediction. I have to see how the match does shape up. 40 minutes or so to go. Atiatala out left to Elias Ben Seguir. Tries to buy a yard for the cross. It's matched, though, pace for pace by Mpande. Ben Seguir leaves it to Hakim Ziyech. In no hurry to get things going, Morocco with the lead, with control of the game. It is their way. They quite happily win every game 1-0. Quite often do. Maybe 2 here though. Nearly found the captain's head. Says though, just beaten to the ball by his man. Two to guard the near post, just in case. Ben Seguir thinks about trying to sneak it in. Catch the keeper unawares. Ziyech, of course, there for the left-footed option. Keep the keeper guessing. It is Ben Seguir. It was in towards the group of bodies. Came straight back in his direction. Ziyech sends it towards the 6-yard box, but comfortably gathered up by Lawrence Malinga. No changes required at half-time for either manager. On the bench, Olympiakos' Europa Conference League hero, Ayoub El Kaabi, ready to come on for Morocco. Different goal-scoring threat, slightly from Naziri. He's often favoured by Regragui. Mo Fashion Sakala on the bench for Zambia. Long throw, it's a little too long from Calvin Kampamba. Wondered if he'd have the required length. Awkwardly run up with his studs on the athletics track. Lots of pace on the throw all the way through to the keeper. Not reaching the keeper there. The attempted back pass or by the head from Gift Mpande, but it is a gift in the shape of a corner. Ziyech with the outswing up. This is everyone again. Stopped by Emmanuel Banda. Really a costly mistake from Banda again. A little nervous. Youngster not used to this stage. Spotlight of continental football perhaps. Yes, apparently Fashion Sakala reportedly had a fallout with or falling out with Avram Grant, not included in the matchday squad. One-time hero of Glasgow Rangers in Scotland. There is another man who plays his club football in Scotland on the pitch, Frankie Musonda, in defence for Zambia. Plays for Ayr. He started out with Luton. He's playing his part there. They break up a Morocco attack. A good touch by Patson Daka. Kampamba brought down, but Zambia don't get the decision they were hoping, they expecting. Instead it's the other number 7, Ziyech with the ball in. Down goes Ziyech, catching the ankle. Changes in the offing, but seemingly for Morocco, rather than a team with a man currently prostrate on the turf. A double change for Ali Regragui. Maybe changes all round. Warming up as well for Zambia. Change of personnel, maybe do them good. Might be required with the captain still, unfortunately, being checked over. He's now back on his haunches, now back on his feet. will have been a sore one, certainly. Still a few concerned faces despite the 1-0 lead. It's the Moroccan fans. He could make things a little more comfortable with a second. They'll continue to play their game though, go about their business in a business-like fashion. Diaz sells Ziyech a little short. Once again, Zambia just having to resort to long balls forwards, chased by Kampamba and Daka, but really are they able to get on the end of them. Daka with a very impressive scoring record for Zambia, 21 goals in 46 appearances. Good enough for joint 5th on the all-time scoring charts. Also currently joint 3rd on these World Cup qualifier scoring charts. Behind only Trezeguet and Mohamed Salah for Egypt. It's been reduced to mostly hold-up play and chasing long balls. Chasing a 1-2 there, but it still didn't come off. Match for pace. Now quickly, Morocco do look to get things moving. Chance doesn't present itself and resort to their holding pattern on the edge of the Zambia 3rd. Ziyech buys himself space for the cross. It's in towards En-Nesyri. He's beaten to the ball though by Stopilla Sunzu. Ben Seguir gets away from Kings Kangwa. Draws the free kick. Here come the changes for Morocco first. Will be Soufiane Rahimi and Ayoub El Kabi to come on, it would appear. Rahimi, the number 9. Morocco not looking quite as threatening on the whole as they did in the first half. The second half just needs a spark to really get it going, set it alight, do some action. Zambia will have to be braver at some point. Can't play for a 1-0 loss. For now they'll have to continue defending though. Tiatala plays it off to Ben Seguir. Saiss. Azouzi. Hakimi forwards, nicely left by Diaz. Went for the return ball, got the return ball by hook or by crook. Well, it found its way back. I don't think the final touch came from En-Nesyri. It was perfectly into the path of Morocco's number 10, a flick, catching the boot of Frankie Masonda, which laid it up perfectly for Diaz. Went for the far corner, just drifted wide. Now with the far post. And that seemingly will be the final involvement for En-Nesyri, and also for Ziyech. Doesn't look best pleased to come off. Goal to his name already. He wanted a bit more. Best players never like to come off. Ziyech. And see, certainly doesn't. See if he returns to Chelsea when summer is all said and done. Such a impressive 4-year spell at Ajax. Was born in the Netherlands. Struggled a bit in the Premier League though. Spent the last season on loan with Galatasaray in Turkey. Of course, with the change of ownership and number of personnel brought in at Chelsea. See if there's a space for Ziyech, for all the talent. A lot of competition in West London. Lawrence Malenga goes long. It's going to be a tricky one for Saiss.